Good afternoon from Australia. It is Friday afternoon on September 15th, 2023. The Lord has unctioned me in my spirit today to verbally release a word that He had me release on my website back in around January 2nd of this year. The word was simply titled Unleashed. I'm going to preface, before I go any further, I'm going to preface this by saying, look, today's Friday the 15th. It's almost sundown here, so it's almost at dusk. It's around about 5 p.m., I guess, nearly 5:30 in the afternoon / evening. So we are heading on to sunset, which means that Rosh Hashana is about to begin. Rosh Hashana begins at sunset on the 15th and ends on the 17th. So it's like a 2.5 day celebration for the Jewish people. It's their new year. Now, before I go into this, I want to just preface this by speaking on something that He said to me that I just put in the bank because He didn't give me any real further revelation when He said it. About 3.5 weeks ago, I was simply driving very much in my own zone, focused on the road, and He came in and really clearly said, Happy New Year. And that came with a sort of celebratory feeling that He imparted as He said it, as you would expect with a new year, whether it's the Gregorian New Year at the beginning of the year, like in January, sorry, He's just confirming something for anyway, or whether, it's the Jewish New Year. It's a time of celebration, birthing the new, etc. So we are going from 5783 to 5784 Hebrew year. So because He said Happy New Year, I knew He was speaking of Rosh Hashana. Now, He hasn't given any further revelation, but obviously the feeling that came with it, the celebratory feeling, and that kind of the revelation or impartation or sort of word of knowledge, I guess, that that came along with that is that I need you to be in a posture of celebration. So we're obviously going into a fantastic, magnificent time coming into this new, the Jewish New Year. But just today, because He's led me to do a sort of modified version of a dry fast for the next 3 days. I have fasted a lot in the last 6 months. Only just came off a 2-week water fast where I was basically drinking water just through the day and eating one sort of big meal. So it's been hard on my body, but He has led me to do a dry fast, but it's a modified version. So that's no water, no food for a specific number of hours during the day, and it's just for the 3 days. And while I was praying today, He unctioned me to re-release or to repost, and at least verbally, that the word that He had me name Unleashed. And the revelation He gave me about that word, while some of it has come to pass, some bits of it have come to pass in my life, and others I know, He really impressed on me, and I'm going to do the same to you, so you know how to listen to this word as I'm speaking it. When He mentions last year and the new year, He is directly referring to currently now in its state as a Rhema word that He's releasing, having me re-release now. He's referring to the previous Hebrew year, so that's 5783 when He's referring to last year, and then the new year is 5784, which we are just about to hit, at least here in Australia. Well, it will be on I think the final day of Rosh Hashana is the Sunday, the 17th, so on the 17th it will officially be 5784. But He wants you to listen to the word with that in mind. So when He refers to last year, He's referring directly to the last, the last 12 months from this date. So the last 6 months, 9 months, I guess, of this year have been part of 5783, if that makes sense. So having said that, I am going to quickly get into the word. I just need to find out where it is because it sort of jumps all over the place, funnily enough. Okay. So, it begins. This year will be a year of unleashing. I will unleash the blessings of heaven upon my faithful children. Last year was painful for many, a year of trials and testing, but I was with you every step of the way. It is important for you to stay in surrender to me. So many are hearing me with clarity now. Behold, the old has passed away. The new has come. Some will fall away this year. Some resist me still. Make sure you keep your heart right. I know all and will not be mocked. This year is also a year of my judgment. Vengeance is mine, saith the Lord, and I will avenge my bride. Watch as I begin to pull down and destroy those who believe their deeds have gone unseen. Like cockroaches, they will scatter once the light of the Lord shines upon them. But they will know that I am a God of justice. This will be a year of miraculous turnarounds for so many of my faithful, including you, my daughter. Where you all are now, right now, is not where you will be very soon. Keep your hand in mine. Stay close as I order each step toward your destiny for my glory. Healing, increase, miraculous opportunities, exceedingly abundantly more is your portion. Get excited, stay excited. Thank me ahead of time. I'm about to blow your mind. Remain humble. Be of good cheer. Hold on to me and I will sustain you. I will unleash you and many others I have had hidden for a season upon this world. I have trained you all up in the ways that you should go. That's Proverbs, as any good father does. So much impact you will all have for the kingdom. You will glorify my name and lead so many to my arms. This will be the first in many miraculous years of your life. You made it to the other side. Welcome to the land of milk and honey. It's time to be unleashed. The flood of his goodness is upon you. With great confidence, pick up your keys and walk through the door boldly into your destiny, your purpose, and all he has for you. And it ends with the devil is already an already defeated foe. Our Lord Jesus Christ won the victory at the cross and the resurrection. This word is going to be based on, there's quite a number of scriptures. I'm going to include them all in the description box, but mainly Revelation 3 verse 8, which speaks of the keys of David, and despite being very, very tired, very weary, you haven't denied his name. And so it's the door that is open that no man can shut. And when I did a little research, it turns out the Hebrew year 5784 is the year of open doors. So that all seems to I just love how the Lord will confirm things, and how it's just another beautiful example of how divinely, gorgeously he's in the details. He's in the details of everything. So make sure, I know I say it every video, but make sure you look for him there. Train your eye to look really spiritually so you can actually see him. Because the one thing I know from this faith walk that I am on, putting my whole life in the hands of Jesus Christ, in the hands of the Father, is that when you leave everything in his hands, you see his hands in everything. And oftentimes it's not going to make sense some of the time. The things that he has you doing may not make much sense, but I can assure you they will always turn out generally a lot better than what you expect. So that is the word. I wanted to get on here and release it and be obedient to him. I wish you all a very happy Rosh Hashana. Happy New Year. We've got some great things to look forward to, I believe. I think this, this is a time. We're going into a time where there will be a shaking of the church, but it's a necessary shaking. I know that there's many voices that are speaking of this great shaking that is coming. The Lord has been speaking to me about the shaking and the judgment since December or November of 2022. But yes, he wanted me to re-release this word, to repost it, because it is a rhema word for now, and some of it is coming to pass as we speak, basically. But I will leave that there. I love you all with the love of Christ. I will get back on here once he has another word for me to release to you all. Okay. Well, happy Rosh Hashana. Happy New Year. Until next time.